Signings made, money saved for January, £25 million there or thereabouts, which is probably not enough to buy someone outright, but maybe we could consider selling someone in January, or between now and then, or even probably more likely looking at a pre-contract for next season. And then it's a case of hopefully getting a decent Europa League draw. Of course, we have Villa, Manchester United and West Ham in the Premier League today, but we will find out before the end of the episode who will be in our group in Europe for our first venture into international competition, continental competition. But first off, it's a very run-of-the-mill fixture with a trip to Villa Park. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell ticked so ensure you don't miss any more episodes of this 6th season here at Leeds. And hopefully we can get our first win of the Premier League season in our first game of the day. Right, Aston Villa's starting lineup. Joe Lumley in goal. Dalot, Howes, Konsa and Suarez at the back. Grassi, Douglas Luiz and Tom Davies. Midfield 3, Bakayev, Wesley and El Ghazi as a front 3. That should be... well, there aren't really many teams that aren't beatable for us this season. So we're going to try our best to win as many games as possible. Douglas Luiz, Grassi to Wesley. Grassi out wide here to Dalot. Bakayev. Keep trying to get the ball into the middle through Bakayev via crosses, but overusing him slightly. Wesley up top for them is a player that was recommended to me in the comments section of the previous couple of episodes as a potential striking signing, but he just doesn't suit my style of play, unfortunately. Joel Linton of Newcastle was also another guy of kind of a similar skill set that was recommended, and recommended quite regularly actually, but I didn't put him on my shortlist because I know I don't get on with players that have kind of the stat set that he has. So I apologise for not even putting him on the shortlist. I just knew he was never going to be an option. Oh, Courtney Howes is playing out of his skin today. Expert tackle on Haaland earlier on, and now a goal line clearance from him as well. Single-handedly denying me and our Norwegian striker the chance to go 1-0 up. Now Joe Lumley is doing the same from Tyler Roberts as well. Daniel Marlin, I'll look for Roberts. Oh, but unfortunately Dalot intercepts. 10 minutes to go till half-time. We're still locked at 0-0. Out to Malacia. I'd love to get myself a 1-0 lead before half-time if we can. Last year we tried to turn Ellen Road into a fortress, and our away form was definitely better than our home! And that might be the case at the minute, because we drew at home yesterday to Tottenham, and we're winning away now against Aston Villa. Tyler Roberts off his left foot kind of sliced that into the back of the net. It wasn't the cleanest of connections, nor the most accurate of shots. But it turns out slicing it like that has worked superbly well for him, and it's bent just inside the post of the woodwork itself. See it bending. It started further inside the post, bent back towards the post, and in off the woodwork. Yes, Tyler. Starting the season the way we wanted to. Let's get ourselves a victory here away from home. We're certainly going to be 1-0 up at half-time. Looking for Haaland. No, he is left-footed. Right-footed is Alain Saint-Maximin. He scored a goal in the Community Shield to give us victory over Manchester City. And he scored a goal here to give us a 2-goal advantage over Aston Villa. I'd like to think now that will be victory in our second Premier League game of the season to give us our first win and keep us unbeaten. Down the line looking for Suarez, who could keep that in and has done well to do so. Ben White misjudged the flight of that, and I was genuinely worried there that they were going to get a man to head that home behind him. Thankfully, we've worked it away nicely. Tyler Adams will switch the play out here to Saint-Maximin. He's certainly having a big impact on the right-hand side. 2 goals in 3 games for Alain Saint-Maximin so far in his new role in the team, which is absolutely superb. It's exactly what we needed from him, really, to try and prove to ourselves that we've made the right decision with Haaland up top, Marlon on the left, and then Saint-Maximin on the right. It's working really well so far. Bakayev is onside here. That might have caught an arm. It didn't. Oh, Wesley has destroyed Ben White there aerially, and thankfully Bakayev is offside. Another example of the defender being in the right place. But what that animation is, why is he just fallen over like that? I know Wesley's strong, but it's not like Ben White doesn't have any strength. That would have been really frustrating to concede from that. Thankfully, we haven't. Still 2-0 to Grassy. Tom Davies again. But overloaded on this left-hand side. Here's Rafa Suarez. The run of Wesley's decent. And he's going to find Chancellor, who's desperately unlucky not to give Aston Villa a lifeline in this game. Went for the near post. Engel beaten. Woodwork squirming the ball across the goal mouth and out away by Malacia. And Tamori will complete the clearance there, although that is a very poor pass when I tried to get it forward to the two that were higher up the field. Chancellor to Douglas Luiz again. They could be having another opportunity here, although he's run himself too far and the cross is terrible. Oh, that was a let-off, wasn't it? Aston Villa very nearly getting themselves right back in this. That's a hell of a ball down there to Saint-Maximin. And here's Matheus Cunha. Well, Hakimi got an assist on debut. And Orlan got an assist on debut. And Cunha is involved. Oh. In us not scoring. Daniel. Come on, mate. You're better than that. They just haven't had that final ball today. They've not been good enough here, Aston Villa, and we are going to come away with a comfortable 2-0 at least victory. And then hopefully build on it with a win against Manchester United after this. But time will tell. Can we cross this to a teammate? We'll look into the middle. It's a poor ball, unfortunately. Get to that, please, Tyler. He's done well. Renato. There's Marlon. Can he try from the edge of the box? He can, but he'll fire just as wide as Matheus Cunha did earlier on. Not really Marlon's speciality, shooting from outside the box with a finesser like that. Doesn't tend to score goals like that. He's more of an edge of the 6-yard box, or 10 yards at most finisher, Daniel Marlon. But we get a 2-0 win at Villa Park, and I'm thrilled with that. Up next, Manchester United. Although not before a post-match press conference, Tyler Adams put in a very good performance. It's clear to see why we bought him. When compared to Aston Villa, Leeds is considered the far stronger side. We definitely were, and it was never in doubt. Quite a resounding victory, very pleased. We could have won by more, but 2-0 is enough, I think, to spare Aston Villa's blushes. That puts us 4th after 2 games. Man United, though, are one of the only 2 sides thus far, though the other teams do have further games to play. One of the only 2 teams so far to have a 100% record. Brandon Cooper's going up a rating as well, which is superb. His strength is already maxed out at 99. Physically can't get any stronger. Quite know what that would feel like to be as strong as physically possible. Could probably enter a strongman competition, Brandon Cooper. Let's see, are Everton going to win their 2nd game as well and come up to the top? Yes, they are. Watford have played 3 though. So far, Liverpool with 9 now, 3 from 3. Everton, Manchester United and Manchester City, all with 100% records. Let's go and spoil United, shall we? Players leave on international duty. 2 to Brazil. Cunha and Emerson. I don't know whether that must be friendlies. Wouldn't be anything Copa America played or qualification being played outside of European competition as well. Will Cunha get his first minutes on the pitch? He did in the last game, if you recall. Is Cunha the perfect replacement? Exactly. He's what this team needs. Good to see that it actually remembered that Augustin was the man that left and Cunha was the man that came in, even though they weren't involved in the same deal. We've had a good run so far. We have. This whole squad will need to play a role, though, and that's why we've strengthened by bringing in higher quality players for lesser quality players. We don't necessarily still have massive amounts of numbers, but certainly we have enough in the club, and hopefully we'll have enough to see off Manchester United here. Right, Man United then. David De Gea in goal as ever. Wan-Bissaka, Ruben Dias, Marquinhos and Klosterman. That's a strong defensive line. Declan Rice now at Manchester United alongside Sandro Tonali. Angel Correa, Thomas Lemar and Danny Olmo sat behind Mason Greenwood. With Mario Götze, Bailly, Heung-min Son on the bench only as Lemar has come in. How highly rated is Mason Greenwood now? I wonder if it will show me. I might have to scout him. It's just out of curiosity. It doesn't show me. Danny Olmo's 88. Lamar's 87. Correa 86. Tonali's now 90 rated. Wow. Declan Rice is 87. Marquinhos 90. Ruben Dias, we saw, of course, was transfer listed. Wan-Bissaka's 88 rated as well. That is a very strong Manchester United side. Wow. You can see why they're unbeaten and 100% with their record so far after 2. And with a side that strong, they may well remain unbeaten after this game. But hopefully, so will we. At least the point I want from this. Player we thought about buying, of course. on a pre-contract, elected not to, and it appears that Manchester United were just as keen to... How is that not a foul? We're just as keen to get his signature. How is that not a foul? He literally threw Malacia to the ground. Excuse me, ref, if you don't mind. Oh, that was a terrible decision to play that ball through there. Was never going to make it through that gap, Ches. Here's Thomas Lemar. He's determined to push down the left-hand side. They're trying to stretch me now. There's a poor turn, though, and that one is going to be given as a foul and a yellow card. Slightly harsh to give a yellow there, perhaps, but... I mean, if it's going to lessen his ability on the wing, then I'm quite happy for him to get a yellow card. Oh, Declan Rice is going to be hard to break past as well in that midfield alongside Sandro Tonali. That is such a strong physical defence to get through. Not only have you got to get through Tonali and Declan Rice first, but then you have Ruben Dias and a 90 rated Marquinhos to get through as well as Wan-Bissaka and Lucas Klosterman. And obviously David De Gea in goal. It's one hell of... Oh, what a save. That was one hell of a save, let alone it's one hell of a defence for Manchester United. We could and perhaps should be 1-0 down there, but the keeper has done us wonders. Tyler Roberts can't get the better of Marquinhos. They're so strong defensively, Manchester United. This has been really difficult so far. Drop the shoulder, but he can't get the better of Malacia. Look for Tyler Roberts. Well, he threw himself at that, Declan Rice. Whether there was actually any technique in that, I'm not sure. It looked like brute force to get the ball away from me. And they've done that well, and now Thomas Lemar's in behind. He's already messed up once and gotten himself booked. That's not going to fall kindly for me though, and Tonali will race to it to pick it up. Ben White will have to try again. I've seen to Danny Olmo, who's turned well. He's up back, Sandro Tonali. Good block by Renato Sanchez, at least I thought. Engel still needed to make the save. Did Renato actually get anything on that? I tried to get there in time. No, it doesn't look like he did. Corners come in from Thomas Lemar. They seem to like buying players from Spain. Manchester United with... Oh, Renato can't get rid of that. Danny Olmo! Well, he's a Spaniard, but not come from Spain. But Thomas Lemar from Atleti and Angel Correa from... Well, also Atleti, actually. They seem to like buying from Atletico Madrid. Oh, I'll say... Good save by Angel. Engel again, sorry. Come on. Correa to deliver the ball into the middle, perhaps. Away by Roberts. And... Oh, he's trying to complete the clearance with Marlon, but he couldn't bring it down. Ruben Dias, that's a nice spread out wide to Angel Correa again. Deflected, and will be another corner. Under pressure. Under pressure. To say the least. Thomas Lemar drops the shoulder. Renato, good strength. He's onside here, the Frenchman, though. And Malacia can't get to that. Mason Greenwood scores. Tight angle, but he's pushed it through. 1-0 Manchester United, and I cannot deny them that lead. Correa. Malacia and he have had one hell of a battle so far. That was Malacia actually trying to get that to a teammate. Thankfully he's won it back off Angel Correa. That was nervy. Wan-Bissaka's pushed out of position. If I can get that round the corner. Oh, eventually it will reach Orlan. Time the pass right. Tyler Roberts. Time the pass right. Saint-Maximin. No! Alan, why have you used your left foot, pal? I even took my time, settled myself so you could use your right. And he's used his weaker foot. Tyler Adams is going to have to get a cross in here. We will take the corner. We won't get the chance of a corner. 1-0 down at half-time, but we should be level. Saint-Maximin, just give that to Renato. There's no need for the flare pass, please. Thank you. Tyler Adams breaking forward. I'm trying to get Wan-Bissaka to commit to come to me, but he didn't want to. Orlan finds Renato Sanchez, and again, in space, Alain Saint-Maximin, and looking for Renato. Can't get his shot off, and I couldn't switch player to Tyler Roberts quickly enough to try and get the ball back again. I really might be in trouble on the counter-attack. Mason Greenwood to Thomas Lemar. He lunged for that Hakimi without my asking him to. Here's Lemar. Nice tackle by Ashraf, and he will chase after that and will win possession back again. This game has been so stretched, it literally just flies from one end of the pitch to the other. Renato Sanchez to Tyler Adams. Forward there to Tyler Roberts. Go on, Erling. Make me a good run. He has done. Renato, is he going to make me another run? Orlan, he has. Oh, but he can't get past Marquinhos. I cannot fully explain to you just how tough to break down this Manchester United defence has been. Just ridiculous. One time I got a good opportunity through Saint-Maximin and he hit the woodwork. Roberts has held that up well, but just being chased all around the field. He's going to take a substitute, I think, or maybe even one or two to try and break this team apart. Roberts, little back heel. Haaland into his stride. Erling Braut Haaland will fit the post again. Oh, and they will scramble it clear. Talking about the Jean-Kevin Augustin deal to Paris Saint-Germain. There's been so many big deals in this window. You'll see later on in the episode just how much money's been spent throughout the save. It is a hell of a lot. I've got transfers waiting to be made right now. Oh, and there's space again for Alain Saint-Maximin. Waiting to make those transfers. And we might be back level. We are. Erling Braut Haaland, who's literally about to come off, equalises, but of course not without hitting the post again. Everything seems to be hitting the post today. Whether it goes in or not, it's going to hit the woodwork. Nice finish by the Norwegian. His first Premier League goal of the season. Just as he and Tyler Roberts leave the field of play. Donyell Malen moves up to striker. Matheus Cunha on at cam. Forward there to Dani Olmo. Nice tackle by Ben White. The referee's given a foul. I thought I won the ball there, to be fair. Let's make a change again. Renato Sanchez is going to come off. And I'm going to bring Jamie Shackleton on. I could go defensive. Try and sit on the 1-1. But I don't think that's the right thing to do. Games against Manchester United are the games we want to take maximum points from. More so than anything else. We need to take points away from our terrible free kick. From our top 4 chasing, title chasing rivals. And if we can, at this early stage, I'd rather go and look for the win and risk losing than I would sit on a point. Oh, it's a lovely ball, and Jamie Shackleton could be about to come off the bench and get us that win. Jamie Shackleton, shot blocked by Ruben Dias. 5 to go. Tyler Adams trying to deal with Angel Correa. And Correa just twisting me one way then the other. Here's Tonali. Oh, that was naughty. Dani Olmo played in. Here's Mason Greenwood. Lovely ball to Son! Brilliant football from Manchester United. All started with that little flick from Tonali. That's what opened up the defence. Didn't expect that. The whole defence was shifting one way. Dani Olmo with a sharp turn as well. Mason Greenwood with a lovely ball. Tried to stick with him there, Hakimi, but couldn't. The substitute makes the difference. Heung-min Son off the bench to score United a winner in the last minute. That's a pain in the arse. Can we? No. Get ourselves anything in the last minute. A 2-1 defeat at home to Manchester United. They deserved that, to be fair, and they were so tough to play against. That is one of the most difficult games I've played at Leeds in the entire 6 seasons we've done so far. Spurs lose 3-1 to Leicester. They went 1-0 up in that game as well. At least we're not the only top of the table side. I figured it would be a surprise. He must give his all. Don't need to dwell on Matheus Cunha. Tomori didn't rise to expectations. Ups and downs. He wasn't necessarily terrible. Unfortunately for your team, Manchester United managed to score the winner in the last minute. Just unlucky, I think. I could have said they were the better team. I should really have said they were the better team. But we fought hard to get ourselves back level. And maybe we could count ourselves unlucky not to have been able to see it out. I still think it was the right decision to go for the win. That's exactly what Manchester United did. They obviously just did it better than me. The battle of wits between 2 attacking sides. And as it says there on the right-hand side, late drama from Son seals Manchester United the win. Match rescheduled. That says to me, as does another 7 emails, that European games have been drawn. Who is going to be in our group? Stop simulating, please. Thank you. Players leaving on international duty. A lot of games being rescheduled. Who's in our group? Who's in our group? In our Europa League group are... I thought for a minute we got Tottenham. Rapid Vienna, Braga and Olympiacos. That's a winnable group. A very winnable group. Alright. Let's take on West Ham then. They're actually on 6 points and have won 2 of their 3 so far. Oh, we're 7th. But, wow. 4 teams still won 3 from 3. Man United have only conceded 1 goal all season. That's the one we scored against them. Other than that, they hadn't conceded at all. That shows you just how strong their defence has been and how strong their defence is. Right, let's go and beat West Ham. We could really do with the 3 points now. Who's not here? Someone's not here. Emerson on international duty and Matheus Cunha. Wonderful. Cheers, Brazil. Appreciate that, lads. West Ham's 11. Unai Simone in goal for them again. Valin, Letalic, Spendlehofer and Max Lowe. Wilshere and Fornal sat a little bit deeper. Carbonero, Connor Coventry and Grady Diangana with Pokranitz. Pokranitz. Their striker up top. I think it's Pokranitz. I'm probably completely off with that. I apologise. Never mind. Hopefully we won't be completely off with our performance. Wilshere to Coventry. Forward to Wilshere again. I guess ordinarily they would have played Fornals a little bit further up. But with Declan Rice now being at Manchester United, they've had to change around the way they play. West Ham. Hopefully though, they haven't gotten accustomed to it yet, although they are above us in the league with 2 wins from 3 so far. And Pokranitz is destroying me. Wow. The turn, the acceleration, the finish. Pokranitz with a wonderful goal. That was disgusting. Ball into feet. Turns the defender, holds him off and thumps it home. Whoo! We've got a task on our hands to keep him quiet. He's already shouting. To play the ball forward. They're not pushing me or pressing me in my half, West Ham. They just sat deep. You can see it here. Although it's a lovely ball through to Tyler Robertson. We might cut ourselves level immediately, but it's a good block by the keeper. Their striker, Pokranitz, is actually a regen. I just checked to see what his rating was, or to see on FIFA what his potential is. He doesn't exist. He's a regen. He's that good, and he's a regen. Christ knows what year they got him in, because for him to get as good as he is that a foul? It is, thankfully. For him to get as good as he has done, he must have been an early season or an early save regen pickup. Tyler Adams will look here to Orlan. Actually look for Tyler Roberts, and the runner Tyler Adams has taken the defender away. Tyler will drop the shoulder. Surely now we score a goal that doesn't need to hit the post. We're back level at the London Stadium. That was nicely done. Marlon's intercepted that well. Here's Tyler Adams breaking forward here. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Tyler Roberts. Win that please, Ben. Pokranitz. I'm going to scout him just out of curiosity to see how good he is. Man United are winning 2-0. Although it's Sheffield United they're playing against. Oh, see, I want to close Diangana down there, but I'm so concerned about leaving Pokranitz free because he's just so dangerous. Tomori with the block. Diving in there, not even on screen, and then whoosh, across he comes to get rid of the ball. God, we bought Mateus Cunha. Maybe I should have bought this Nestor Pokranitz. Incredible striker, judging by how he's playing. Now, I don't remember him. If we've played against him before, because I remember coming across his name before and not having a clue how to say it then either. But I don't recall him being this good before. So dangerous. It's very rare that you come up against a regen player that is just so deadly in front of goal. They tend to be more defenders or midfielders, in my experience with career mode thus far. It's more defenders and midfielders that tend to be the ones that grow really well, and strikers just tend to be kind of quick. But regen strikers always tend to have terrible finishing. You see that when we scout young players as well, we'll have strikers that have better tackling and passing than they do finishing when you scout them. But his Pokranitz is just outrageous. Corner for West Ham here, 5 minutes before half-time, and they might be going 2-1 up before the break. Certainly hope they won't, and Sam Maximan's done his bit. Carbonero get that back to Fornals, and Carbonero into the middle again. Ben White away. He had to have a little bit of a conversation with Tomori there before one of them got rid of it. That's gubbing away, and Engel does get a punch on it, and a decent one at that. Carbonero again back out to Fornals. I just can't seem to get rid of this at the minute. Carbonero. Connor Coventry, good block. Get to that first, please, Tyler. Oh, he hasn't. It's Carbonero again waiting for the turn back. There it is. Oh, it's a nice little one too, but Malasia's read it well. Right. Come on then. 2 minutes to go in this half. Lovely turn by Orlan. Oh, but can't accelerate away. Letalic dealt with that brilliantly. Swear he's got 90 plus acceleration, Erling Braut Orlan, but couldn't get away from the defender there. And a dangerous ball in. Oh, thankfully everybody's missed it. It'll be 1-1 at half time. Just getting rid of that. Valiant down the line. Carbonero back to him. Don't want to draw Malacia too far away from position. Fornals. Pockennitz. Back to Fornals, to Pockennitz. This is dangerous from West Ham. He's in behind Malacia, and it's a good save, and I need to get there first, and Tomori's done just enough. Just enough. That was dangerous, though. And, okay, it's just paused me for no reason because my computer started loading something. Even though nothing happened. That was frustrating, and I've lost possession because of it. Oh, at least I've got a free kick. I might have to make a change soon. For some reason, Tomori and Malacia are absolutely knackered, and I don't really know why. Bring a towel on at right back as well. Actually, switch those over. I don't know why the defenders are so tired. We've had a week's break between all of the games this season so far. Don't really want to be forced into making defensive changes, but I want to make sure we don't lose this game the way that we said we did against Manchester United. Oh, I tried to back heel that with Orlan, and he hasn't quite been able to do it, unfortunately. Here's Coventry looking for Pockennitz. Brandon Cooper of his work out to try and deal with him. Saint-Maximin into Renato Sanchez. I want to try and draw their defence across. We can use Tyler Adams here and then open up the space for Donyell Marlon on this left-hand side. It's gone really well so far. It's gone to plan so far. But Valin cuts out my pullback. Tyler Roberts was waiting to tuck that home. Tyler Adams has won it back, though. That's excellent work. Orlan, why has he turned his back on that? I passed it to his feet and he's done a 180 to try and take control of the ball. Don't really understand why you've done that, pal. I haven't clicked with Erling Braut Haaland yet, I have to be honest. His dribbling has been questionable at times. Marlon in there to Tyler Roberts. Look for Haaland. Back there to Donyell Marlon. Look for Haaland again. He's not got... Oh, he's only got a 3-star... Oof, he's buried it. He's only got a 3-star weak foot, so I do find myself wanting to always turn on to that left. As soon as I start to criticise him, he scores another goal. We're in front. Marlon. Renato Sanchez around the corner. Tyler Roberts is there. Got support from Tyler Adams. Saint-Maximin. Bit of space. Just well blocked by Letale. Fired enough room there to just get the shot off and aim it towards the top corner. We did well to do half of that. Unfortunately, the defender was in the way. Pockennitz is still itching to get himself a second goal or be involved in a second West Ham goal. Here's Carbonero on the far side. Just ducking back. Valin. Carbonero again. In nicely to Dowell. Fornals. Still they come forward. Pockennitz. Saved at the near post from Engel. Thank you. Fornals going off and Lanzini coming on. Corners come in from Dejan Garner. And it's decent too. Ben White gets it up and not necessarily away. Atal will try and complete the clearance, but hasn't got the strength to hold off Dejan Garner. Gets it in. It hits Hakimi not once but twice. Carbonero again. Oh, just able to get the ball away. Go again, please, Jared. Tyler will play you in over the top. Nicely done. Lovely first touch too. Tyler Roberts is trying to get to me. Donyell Marlon is available in the middle. Well, we will have time to take the corner. I didn't notice actually. We were quite that far into stoppage time. Saint-Maximin delivers it towards the near post. Roberts is up. Headed it against the defender, but I don't need to touch the controller because eventually... Thank you! 3 points at the London Stadium. Oh, 3 difficult games today. Actually, the Aston Villa one was quite straightforward, but the Man United one was evidently difficult, and that one against West Ham was pretty even as well. Man United battered Sheffield United in another game without conceding. They're going to be a real force to be reckoned with this season, it seems. We were the better team against West Ham there, and we deserved the victory only by 1 goal, but every match is difficult so far this year in the Premier League. Pockennitz was definitely one of the best players for them. I want to scout him and see just how good he is because he was outrageous for them in that game. Let me have a search. His name was Nestor Pockennitz. He's a regen, valued at 22.7 million. Well, his release clause is 22.7 million. He's 6'3". He's only 22. I am genuinely intrigued. 5-star weak foot. He was unreal for them in that game. I'm just purely curious to see how highly rated he is. Right, so as we head into transfer deadline day, the biggest deals so far. Longley to Juventus for 103.2. Fabian to Chelsea for 95.4. And Dybala to Chelsea for 87.1. Splashing the cash, Chelsea this season. I'm not sure if anyone will come in for any of my players. At this stage, I'm not happy to let anyone go. I'm wanting to keep hold of everyone we have for now. Took a bit of a jump there. No other massive deals going through so far, although to be fair, Chelsea spending 182 million on just 2 players. Disgusting show of financial power from Chelsea in this window. Not sure where they are in the league, actually. We'll have to have a look once we've skimmed through all of the transfer stuff. We have had a bid for Jamie Shackleton, which I shall reject from Valencia. Thank you very much. Jamie certainly staying put and will be heavily involved. Now, this season will probably take up more episodes than any other because we have so much going on with 4 different competitions we're involved in, and I want to play as much as I can rather than simulate. So we will probably be closer to 20 episodes for this season, depending on how far we get in various different competitions, because as you can see, September already has 5 games in it, although to be fair, I'm probably going to simulate the one against Spurs in the Carabao Cup. Now is really not the time to concentrate on that competition, and I, to be fair, could sim Cardiff at home as well. So maybe I'll sim Cardiff and Tottenham in tomorrow's episode, play Rapid Vienna, Arsenal and Liverpool. Then as we progress through, it's just going to get more and more difficult, especially in December, to be able to actively play every single game whilst keeping the amount of episodes in a series or in a season down. So it's probably going to be more like 20 to 23 episodes this season, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. You guys can always let me know in the comment section if you'd rather I played literally every game, or if you don't mind me simulating here and there as and when the fixture list gets busy. Bournemouth have done a lot in this window, signing a number of players. Arsenal signed Vargas and Neres, spending nearly 100 million. Villa 2 in, 3 out, including Jack Grealish. Bristol City in the Premier League for the first time, and they brought in 1 player on loan. Cardiff have done minimal action as well. We saw Chelsea earlier on. Crystal Palace signing 3. Everton letting Richarlison and Iwobi go, with Quaresma coming in. We've obviously spent 140. We've made 103. Spent a lot of money, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the long run. Zubeldia has come in at Leicester. Liverpool has signed 3 for 110 total, and Fabinho has left. Fabinho gone. Neymar in at City. However, Timo Werner, who played against us in the Community Shield, and Gabriel Jesus, as well as Markovic, gone. City spending all their money on Neymar and only bringing 1 to replace the 3 that went out. Ndidi, Lamar and Casemiro in at Manchester United, with Otavio going out. Veretout and Duro, the dealings at Newcastle. Van Aken and Otavio at Forest. Luis Felipe and Fortunis in at Sheffield United. Southampton, just Markovic in from City. Timo Werner gone to Tottenham, as well as Alex Iwobi as well, former Arsenal man. Llorente and Luis Felipe out at Spurs. Cubas, Sanz, Martin and Villa in at Watford, with Hughes leaving, and just Lowe out at, or in, sorry, at West Ham. So we'll have a look at all of the top deals this window. There have been so many. There's been a lot of massive transfers in this season so far, and I get the feeling January might be quite quiet because of it, because everybody spent their money already. Let's have a quick look then. Transfer history. So, Longley, Fabian and Dybala we saw. Luca Hernandez was also at 84.5 million. Neymar was 79. Jesus was 75.2 to Barcelona. David Neres 65.8. Goretzka's gone to Bayern Munich. Back to Bayern Munich from PSG for 64.3. Timo Werner was 62.2. Our bid for Orlan was 57.5. Giovanni Lo Celso 57.2 to Bayern. Jean-Kevin Augustin went to PSG from us. Irving Lozano, El Chucky, has gone to Liverpool for 52.8. Tom Alderweireld was 51.6. Richarlison went to Real Madrid. Mateus Cunha, of course, we brought in. Casemiro was 42.8 to Manchester United. He's still 86 rated. Mikel Merino to Atleti for 42.5. Luis Felipe went to Barcelona for 42. Tyler Adams obviously came to me. Fabinho went to Atleti for 37.7. He's 87 rated. If I could have known I got Fabinho for 37.7, I'd have gone for him rather than Tyler Adams. Ivan Cordoba has gone to Liverpool for 36.7. Serge Gnabry to Leipzig from Barcelona. And Didi to United from Lyon, not from Leicester. Vargas to Arsenal from Espanyol. Not sure about that signing. They could do with a bloody goalkeeper, Arsenal. Elvedi to Wolfsburg for 28.6. And Iwobi, as we saw. Esposito has gone to Napoli from Eibar. Gonzalez to Juventus from Stuttgart. Any other big ones in there? Thiago Alcantara to Napoli. Jesus Viejo also to Napoli for a very similar fee. Nandes has gone to Inter. Tovan to Leverkusen. Grealish went to Fiorentina. Alexander Mitrovic from PSG to Roma. I'll say as I ever expected that to be a transfer that was ever going to be a thing. Liverpool have signed a regen in Caro Martinez. We'll scout him just out of pure curiosity. Fuentes to Celtic. Any other names we recognise? Will Hughes into Inter. Zivkovic to Wolves. Markovic to Southampton from City. Max Lowe to West Ham from Boca Juniors. Yeah, it's been around the world. And then Parks to Palace from LAFC. We are 6th in the Premier League thus far. Only with the 1 defeat, 2 victories and 1 draw on the opening day. That really should have been a victory as well, to be fair. Let's see what the league table looks like in its entirety if it eventually loads for me. There we go. Manchester United, Liverpool and Everton all still with a 100% record and the only unbeaten sides remaining in the league. We are 6th. 2 points off the top 4. That's the aim to start this season. Just top 4. And then if we can challenge for the title, we will. But to start with, we just want to get to the Champions League. That's all for today's episode, though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, do drop the video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Finally, for the first time in what feels like about 2 full seasons, our manager rating isn't in the red anymore. Fantastic. I'll see you tomorrow.